Hi, I'm Josh Curving, and welcome to another Death Battle prediction video. But first, Bane versus Venom. It basically went about as expected. They went into everything they really needed to. I don't think they made any really huge missteps. Actually, with the exception of them saying that Bane can take hits from Superman-level beings. Because even when Batman used Superman's powers, he still limited himself to not murder the hell out of Bane. He just kind of used what force was necessary. So that was kind of a very strange decision for them to make. The animation was... okay, it was decent. It was one of the better ones we've had for sprite animation in a little bit. There was too much of a dark background, especially for a character like Venom. And then there's the fact that it kind of it felt really slow. There were a lot of moments that felt way slower than they needed to be, especially when Bane fired the rocket at the truck. It focused so much on this rocket. They spent 10 seconds just focusing on this one rocket shot, and I don't know, when that first happened, I started thinking that the reason they were putting so much focus on it was the kill shot, and I was like, please tell me that's not how they're ending this. Thankfully, they did make the right choice. I mean, it was a pretty blatant one. And the music was, I feel, a bit too subtle. It was almost non-existent, especially for the first part of the fight. They got the finisher. I do like the, fan service of how they've said that was originally how they wanted Batman versus Spider-Man to end. And they got to do it here, so that's always nice. So then we have the next one, which is Megazord versus Voltron. Let's not beat around the bush here. Voltron stomps in every way, shape, and form. I feel like part of the problem here is that they're literally using the most popular, admittedly, but also the weakest version of any of the Zords. It's got maybe, city-level stats. And, maybe hypersonic. Maybe. But the Voltron in, episode 1 flies to, the edge of the solar system in 5 seconds. And it's just okay, this isn't even remotely a contest. You would need to bring in some of the more powerful Zords from way later seasons for it to even be close to a contest. I don't see any feasible way that they could fuck this up. I know I've said that before and they fucked it up, but this is one of those Flash versus Quicksilver fights where it's just no matter how you look at it, it's just, yeah, Voltron wins in every way. It's taken shots from things that were going around blowing up planets. It's taken... and even some of the pilots, the Paladins themselves, endured shots from that outside of the Lions. The Lions also have sentience and can, I think, teleport people outside of the ships if they don't want them on there. So I've heard some people argue that the Power Rangers could potentially teleport into the ships and beat the Paladins there. That wouldn't even work, especially if they use the Legendary Defenders Voltrons, who have their suits that give them additional powers and stuff like that. Then they would be more than a match for the Power Rangers themselves. Though I don't think we're going to be dealing with that too much. I don't even think we're going to be dealing with the individual Lions all that much. I think it's pretty much just going to be a couple words when it's just the 5 of them, and the 5 Paladins as well, the 5 Power Rangers. And so then they're just going to have some words, and then they're immediately going to go to Megazord and Voltron. I feel like that's just kind of easier on Torian. We know he's had a long time to animate this one, but either way. Honestly, I don't really have too much to say. I'm looking forward to the fight, but it's kind of another one of those very unhype debates, where it's just Voltron wins, moving on. I'll see you guys next time then.